Hi, so this is a trepidatious unboxing. I'm feeling fairly positive, but I'll explain why. So this is an unboxing of the brand new Slaine Definitive Edition Volume 3. I got it from a seller that I normally do trust called us. We Buy Books, I think it is, on Amazon. If you're in the UK, I do recommend checking them out. They normally have quite a good selection and it's free postage, and it only it takes on average about 2 days for you to receive it, which is really quick, um, especially with Royal Mail. um, but this I think normally retails for £29.99 or something like that. I will check in a minute. I got it for they had a 10% discount on it as well, so I got it for £14, I think it was. So like I said, it's brand new. It's only been out about not even a month. So yeah, it's been out about a week, 2 weeks. So I'm nervous. Normally they come like sealed up in really some unusual packets, like I was like hermetically sealed. But this one it's just in a big mailer. It's completely padded, so I'm not worried about that. But the condition normally it says like new. I've only had one bad experience with them, which was over 5 years ago. Apart from that, it's always been really good. So, a bit trepidatious, like I said. I always am when it comes to some blocks and stuff. Apart from Speedy Hand, who pack everything amazing. So let's see. Like I said, it wasn't listed as like you. It's listed as very good. That is amazing. That is almost minty. Anyway, it's better than anything. Oh, there's a ding here. Oh, big deal. It's just there in the corner. But when I put it in a bookcase, that will smooth out. No, nothing's damaged. Spine's perfect. Little ding in the corner there, but I can cope with that. Like I said, it cost me with the 10% discount, £14. So it's got this wonderful cover. So this is the third volume. It's got Pat Mills writing, of course. It's his baby. And Glenn Fabry on arts, David Lloyd on arts, Steve Parkhouse on arts, Mike Collins and Mark Farmer. So Glenn Fabry and David Lloyd and Steve Parkhouse are all artistic giants. Yeah, £29.99. So I've saved more than half price on it. So it says here, the definitive line continues with the highly regarded fantasy saga Slaine. It's not Slaine yet, as some people have said. Yes, that is the correct pronunciation, but Pat Mills said it's Slaine, as in he's slain a lot of people. It's his baby, so it goes by what he says. So don't come at me. This reimagining of Celtic mythology mixed with sword and sorcery tropes stood out in the predominantly science fiction anthology of 2000 AD, and it proves to be a testing ground for many acclaimed artists. In the third volume, the Celtic hero continues his arduous journey across the Ternanog, accompanied by his sidekick Ukko, who's the really obnoxious little dwarf, and faces a slew of mighty warriors, vengeful gods, and legendary beasts in this quest to return to his tribe and claim his rightful place as king. And this seminal epic by Pat Mills features the artwork of David Lloyd, V for Vendetta fame, Glenn Fabry, Hellblazer Preacher, and Mike Collins, American Gothic. So let's have a look. So you got this nice frontispiece. Wow, that's very different to David Lloyd's normal artwork. Wow. Wow. Okay, I am seriously impressed. I didn't know how David Lloyd would handle Slaine. I mean, I'm sure I've read these years ago, but I just cannot remember David Lloyd being on it. Here, this is looking more like the classic David Lloyd, where you've got this wonderful use of black. He always does really heavy blacks, and it looks wonderfully atmospheric. 1 second. I'm just going to pause because I forgot to put the mic on. Right, I'm now mic'd up so I can faff about with it in editing afterwards. So I do apologise if I didn't sound as loud as I normally do. That might be a good thing. So yeah, as you can see, wonderful David Lloyd art in the opening salvo. The paper stock, as per usual, is really this wonderful thick matte paper, which is perfect for black and white art. And again, they were still riding high on the Dice Man think it was Dice Man or whatever it was called, for 2000 AD, where they did like role-playing game versions, choose your own adventure versions of the comics. I need to get some dice, and you know what I'm going to do? I think I'll do a video where I'll play one of these adventures. That's if you want me to. Let me know in the comments down below if you fancy seeing that in action. I think is that Mike Collins? Oh, it doesn't look like David Lloyd. Nick Williams, never heard of them. I think sometimes there's a reason why I don't hear of some artists again, because they're just not up to snuff. So we're now on to the start of the next story arc. Oh no, we're not. This is You Are Slaine in the Ring of Donning. To be fair, part of me wishes that they hadn't included these in the books, but I've not played it, so how can I comment? So I'll give a proper overview once I've commented, because I've still got to read the volume 2 of this. I didn't realise there was so many. Okay, we're now on to a story. So this is Mike Collins, Mark Farmer on the artwork, script by Pat Mills. Nice clean art, obviously. Mark Farmer's a really talented inker as well. And they're carrying on with this one. Wonderful, wonderful artwork. Again, this is a period of Slaine that's I'm having trouble remembering. I must have dropped off 2000 AD for around about this time period. Mid-80s, I might have done a little bit. And then I jumped on again when Bad Company came back on. So I can't remember the timescale for this. So it'll be fun reading it with very fresh eyes. So Mike Collins has did quite a lot. It's quite misleading with how they've got the artists listed on here. I'd have done it in list of not popularity, but list of how much content they've done. Nice Glenn Fabry poster, one of his earlier colour works. This was 1986. Here we go. Now we're on to Glenn Fabry, as you can tell. Very, very detailed. As Dan Houser would say, very, very evil, very, very nice. Oh, very, very nice, very, very evil. Yeah, I'm a WWE fan, especially when it's Dan Houser. Just wonderful. I mean, look at that page. I'd love to own some Glenn Fabry artwork. I know people go, for example, Geekyaholic loves Brian Bolland. I love Brian Bolland, but there's something about the energy of Glenn Fabry that just appeals to me more. I just find him much more satisfying visually for me. It just gets me, and especially his work on Slaine, just glorious stuff. So this is worth the price of admission alone. I mean, this is just. I mean, could you imagine Glenn Fabry doing a Conan strip? How wonderful would that be? Liam Sharp, I think, is amazing, but you've got Liam Sharp, then you've got Glenn Fabry. He was like the precursor to all those type of artists. He was even the precursor to Simon Bisley, which I'll come to in a minute. I mean, look at that dragon. Just wonderful. Just have a zoom for that dragon. Detailing there, like with the wolves as well. I was pointing behind the camera then so you can see what I was doing, but look at that. Nice bit of snogging going on there. I remember that. Yeah, I remember this. This came out as well. They did a Titan back in the day. Did like these really handsome black and white hardback editions, and I did this story of Slaine in the hardback edition, the Glenn Fabry one. I think it's about 64 pages, but obviously this one this literally compiles every Slaine story, every appearance, which is why you get that choose your own adventure bit as well. But yeah, I can't. There's not enough words to describe how much I like Glenn Fabry's artwork. I mean, Look at that there. There he is having. That's one thing that Slaine has over Conan. I love. I mean, I love Conan, I really do. But there's nothing as satisfying as seeing Slaine having a warp spasm, which is here he is channeling the Earth Goddess. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous artwork. I know 2008 do some really handsome books, the art books called Apex Editions. I hope they do one of Glenn Fabry's work sometime soon. I know they're doing a Dave Gibbons one. Steve Parkhouse. Nice to see him doing his colour artwork. He did a series in Warrior called The Spiral Path, which is worth hunting down. I'm trying to locate a reasonable price copy on eBay. But yeah, really nice. So I'm not going to be guessing volume 4, and I will show you why. This is what's going to be in volume 4. So it's going to be the Slaine the Home God. So if you're one of the lucky people like I am who got the big monster-sized anniversary edition a few years back, you don't need to guess it. It's all in here, and there's no way it can compete with that, because I mean, this is the definitive editions are large, but they're dwarfed by the size of that. But if you've not got Slaine the Home God in this big oversized edition, I highly recommend waiting for volume 4 of this, which, like I said, will just feature the Home God in its entirety. So yeah, very satisfied with that. And like I said, if you do want me to, put in the comments if you want me to do any of these Dice Man adventures, which there's quite a number of them in Slaine, and there's a few in Nemesis. And if you do want me to do one, let me know which character, either Nemesis or Slaine. Okay, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be posting some more stuff in the near future. I don't know if I'm doing anything over the weekend. That's why I'm doing this video now, because one, it's bloody hot in England at the moment. I'm only doing this one because I've just found a shady spot. And two, I'm going to be out Saturday. I'm going to a gig. So I could end up getting very drunk. I know it's unlikely. No, I will be getting very drunk. And Sunday, because I rarely go out on anything special like that. And on Sunday, I might be sleeping it off. So you might see something, you might not. We'll see. I do have an idea for another video, and it's going to be a comics review of a series that I stopped. I didn't like the first issue, and I came back on, and I'm kind of enjoying it now. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so I shall speak to you soon. Bye.